Hey everyone, get ready for an amazing story today. It's all about two princes, born to be kings, living in giant palaces, but they gave it all up, not for money or power, but to find answers to some of life's biggest questions. Let's dive in and see how their search for peace ended up changing the world. So let me ask you something. You ever feel like the rules just aren't fair? Like the game is set up for someone else to win? Well, imagine feeling like that your whole life. That's exactly what tons of people in ancient India were feeling a long, long time ago. They looked around and thought, there has to be a better, simpler way to live. All right, let's jump in our time machine. We're going back about 2,500 years. This was a time of huge change in India, when people everywhere started asking some really big, important questions about life, about what's fair, and about how to be truly happy. So, what was going on back then? Well, the 6th century BCE was this time of massive change. People were they were getting tired of the old ways. They were fed up with super complicated ceremonies they didn't really get, and a system that told them what they could or couldn't do from birth. They were looking for something new, something simpler. So, what were the main problems? Let's break it down into 3 big things. First, the Varna system, you might know it as the caste system, was super strict. It basically decided your whole life for you. Second, because of that, people in the lower castes felt like they were being treated unfairly by the Brahmins. And third, all the religious rituals had become way too expensive and complicated for normal folks. It was the perfect recipe for a big change. So with everyone looking for new answers, a hero steps onto the scene. He was a prince, and his ideas were going to shake things up. Let's talk about our first prince, Mahavira, and his path, Jainism. Can you imagine this? Prince Vardhamana had everything you could possibly want: riches, comfort, a palace. But when he turned 30, he just left. He walked away from it all to go search for the real truth of life. For 12 years, he meditated and lived a really simple life. And then he found it. He became enlightened. From then on, everyone called him Mahavira, which means the great hero. So, what was his big idea? Mahavira taught something called the Tri-Ratna, or the 3 jewels. It's actually a really simple guide for living a good life. It starts with right faith, believing in the right things. That leads to right knowledge, truly understanding how things work. And finally, that leads to right conduct, actually doing the right thing in your life. Now, the most important part of right conduct is this one incredible idea, ahimsa. It means non-violence. But this isn't just about not hurting people. For Mahavira, it meant not harming any living being, and that included animals, insects, and even plants. This idea that everything has life and deserves respect was a total game changer. Now get this. At almost the exact same time, there was another prince who was also searching for answers. His name was Siddhartha Gautama, and his journey would start a little something called Buddhism. Just like Mahavira, Siddhartha was a prince who was protected from all the bad stuff in the world. But one day, he went outside the palace and saw 4 things that changed his life forever: an old man, a sick person, a dead body, and a peaceful monk. For the very first time, he understood that suffering and death happened to everyone, and he knew, right then and there, he had to find a way to end suffering. So, he also left his palace to find answers. After years of searching, he sat down to meditate under a peepal tree in a place called Bodh Gaya, and he promised himself he would not get up until he figured it all out. And you know what? He did. He reached enlightenment, and in that moment, he became the Buddha, which means the enlightened one. So what was Buddha's first big teaching? He called it the 4 Noble Truths. Think of it like a doctor's visit for life. First, the diagnosis. The world is full of suffering. Second, the cause. Our suffering comes from wanting things all the time. Third, the good news. You can make the suffering stop. And fourth, the prescription. To stop the suffering, you follow something called the Eightfold Path. Now check this out. If you look at the timeline, you'll see something amazing. Mahavir and the Buddha were alive at the same time. They were contemporaries. Isn't that wild? 2 different princes finding 2 different paths, but both trying to solve the same big problems at the same time in history? So you've got these 2 powerful new ways of thinking. But how did they get so popular? How did the ideas of just 2 guys spread across India and then the whole world? Let's find out. It really all comes down to this: the old way versus the new way. The old ways were complicated, the caste system was really strict, and everything was taught in Sanskrit, a language that only priests really knew. But the new way? The teachings were simple, they said everyone was equal, and, this is a big one, they taught in languages like Prakrit and Pali, the languages that everyday people actually spoke. And they had an amazing team of helpers. Monks and nuns formed groups called sanghas. They would live and learn together in places called viharas, which were kind of like monasteries or schools. From these viharas, they would travel all over the country, sharing these new ideas of peace with everyone they met. Okay, you've been listening so well and we've covered a ton. I think it's time for a quick quiz to see what you remember. Are you ready? Let's do this. First question. The Buddha's teachings included the, was it A, Triratna, B, karma, C, Four Noble Truths, or D, sacrifice? Take a second to think. And the answer is C, the Four Noble Truths. That was Buddha's diagnosis for life's problems. Remember, the Triratna, the three jewels, belong to Mahavira. Awesome job if you got that one right. All right, next question, and this one is super important. In which languages did Mahavira and the Buddha teach their ideas? This was a huge reason why they became so popular. Yes, Mahavira preached in Prakrit and the Buddha preached in Pali, and this was a really big deal because they were speaking the languages of the common people. It meant anybody, not just the super-educated priests, could understand their message. Okay, last review question. We said the Buddha's prescription for ending suffering was the Eightfold Path. Let's see if we can remember what those 8 steps were. And here they are. The Eightfold Path covers everything, from what you believe and think to what you say and do. It's like a complete guide to living a good and mindful life, all leading toward wisdom and peace. Fantastic work, everyone. So there you have it, the incredible story of 2 princes who traded their palaces for peace, and in doing so, gave the world amazing new ideas. The things they taught, like nonviolence and looking inside yourself for answers, are just as powerful today as they were thousands of years ago. So I'll leave you with one final thought. In our busy world today, which of these ancient ideas could help you find your own path to peace? Thanks for exploring with me.